Do you ever feel that, maybe you have gotten a job promotion, or you did the exam really well and then you came first, or you got a new job, or something really amazing has happened in your life, and instead of feeling proud, your first thought is, I'm just lucky. uh, I fooled them and I was not even good enough, but I tried to fool them and then they fell for it, and that's how I've gotten this. Or I was not good enough, but somehow I got so lucky that this has happened to me. And you disregard your accomplishments, and you essentially feel like an imposter, that you feel that you don't deserve this job, you don't deserve this relationship, you don't deserve this life, and all because you feel that you are not meant to be here, and you are an imposter living amongst all these amazing people. Then I'm sorry to tell you that you have an imposter syndrome. Now, what exactly is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is you feeling like a fraud. Without any reason, no reason whatsoever, you make yourself out to be a fraud. And for whatever reason that is, which we will get into in a bit, we start to feel that, oh my god, I'm not good enough. This is something that people who are way better than me do this, and I am just not good enough, and that's how I'm just passing it by, and things just work out for me for no reason, but I am essentially a fraud. Now, you are not alone in this. You're definitely not alone in this. I have felt this almost all the time. All my adult life, I have been feeling that I am faking through life. I feel like an adult who is faking through life. If I make extra money, I feel I'm faking it. If I did something, I got my new house, and I just felt like that, I did something wrong, or I just got lucky, because this cannot be my accomplishment. And I kept pushing it down. And I go to hospitals, I work, and then I kept feeling like no matter what I do, there is this small, tiny sound in my head, voice in my head that goes that, you just got it, you just got lucky, and you're not good enough. And then I try to think about it, that why does this keep happening. Now, there are three main reasons that I feel that you might have imposter syndrome. Number one, perfectionism. Now, if you have perfectionism, if you have always been told, or you have always felt that you do something and until unless it's perfect, you don't give yourself the credit. Maybe you're an artist, and until unless you get that one stroke right, you just tear apart your painting or drawings, you throw it away, or you write something and then you don't like it enough, so you rewrite the whole thing, you redo the whole thing. So it's always, if you are not perfect, you feel you're not good enough. And let's face it, perfectionism is not equal to success. It's never been that way. But we convince ourselves that this is how it is. If we are not perfect, if this is not there, then we are not good enough. And that is number one reason that you may feel like an imposter all the damn time. Now, number two is comparison. If you constantly keep comparing yourself to someone else, to someone so called better than you, then you would always feel like a fraud. Just because you see someone successful does not mean that you know exactly what they have done in their own life. You do not know their circumstances, you do not know anything about that other person. But the more and more you try to compare yourself with someone else, you would always feel like they are better than you at the work, at the job, at the relationship, or whatever it is, and you would feel way lower than you are, and you will not feel good about yourself, and you will feel like a fraud. Number three, and this I think is one of the root causes of every single thing that I just mentioned, and that is childhood. Now, if you are, or if you have been criticized in your childhood by your caretakers or your teachers or people around you, no matter who those people were, but in your childhood, if you were constantly criticized and compared and asked to do things over and over again because it was not good enough, you internalize those whole thing, you internalize every single thing that has happened in your childhood, because that's how you grew up. If you're constantly compared to your sibling, that, oh my god, look at her, she's so good, she is so great, why can't you be more like your brother, why can't you be more like your sister, you start to compare yourself to not only your sibling, to your friends, to other people, to every single one. And as you grow up, that comparison increases more and more every single day. Perfectionism. No matter what you do, you get a 70 on a test, and your parents were like, this is not good enough. Why can't you be like your friend who got a 90 or 100? Like, this is not great, this is not good enough. And even though you must have done your 100% and you still got a little low on your tests, it does not matter. It did not matter to your parents. They wanted something more. And when you constantly got criticized for something or anything in your childhood, you take it as a point and internalize it in such a way that when you grow up, subconsciously it keeps popping back up, that, oh my god, he did this in this way, he succeeded in his life in this certain way, why can't I be more like him, why cannot I succeed in this way? Not everyone is meant to succeed in the same ways as others, not everyone is meant to do the same thing as others. We need to know that. But do we? No. Because when that pathway in our body and mind gets triggered because of our childhood, we constantly keep coming up with reasons that we are fraud, we are not good enough. And that's not true. That's completely fake, that's completely false, that you are good enough. But when these things keep happening, you convince yourself that you must be a fraud and you are living a life of lie. And if someone were to get to know your secret, it would ruin your life, because, oh my god, what have you been doing? But my friend, let me tell you, you are completely wrong for this particular thing. You are not a fraud. You are completely a human being, and every single person has insecurities. Every single person has their own traumas, their own flaws, and no one is perfect. No one is perfect. Even the most confident person, deep down, they are not perfect. They are nervous. Someone you might conceive as someone who is very confident, they are well spoken, and maybe when you get to know them better, you would know that they were not a good public speaker in the past. They might have their own irrational fears, but you do not know them unless you talk to them personally or you get to know them personally, right? But do they think that they are an imposter? Do they not go out and do their things, talk and be confident and make money and do all the cool things? They do. And you do not, because you are constantly in that irrational fear that you would get caught, because you are faking through life. We are all on some level faking it through life. We're all adults who are not perfect. No one can be perfect. If you think you are perfect, then that's great, good for you. But most of us, we do have insecurities, we do have flaws, and no one is perfect. Now, how do you get rid of your imposter syndrome? It is to firstly understand that there is evidence out there in your life that you are good enough. Maybe someone, if you're a doctor, like I felt like I was not good enough, and then some patient of mine came up to me and they complimented, like, oh my god, because of you I got really well within blah blah blah, and it made me feel really good. But at the same time, my imposter syndrome took over, and I kept thinking that, oh my god, like, did I even do anything properly, or did I guesswork and heal this person? And then I had to teach myself, like, no, it's the years of it was the years of studying, and it was the year of experiences that I put into it, and I did help someone heal. You need to start acknowledging your accomplishments. You need to start to accept your accomplishments. And this, again, imposter syndrome has to do with self-trust. When you bring in self-trust, because the more you feel you're an imposter, the less you trust yourself. It's literally, that's the equation. Imposter syndrome and self-trust. If you do not trust yourself, if you do not trust your inner understanding, yourself, your persona, your intelligence, then you would constantly feel that you are an imposter. You need to start grounding yourself. And it's not that, oh my god, I'm good enough, I'm okay, I'm great. That's not how it works, because that's just fake affirmations. Now, affirmations do work, but your body will not accept those affirmations. Your nervous system is not going to accept those affirmations till you make it in a way where it calms your nervous system, and then creates that positive effect in your mind. So if you're just going to say, oh yeah, I'm good enough, and you're not feeling it, it's not going to work. You need to ground yourself in a way that I accept and acknowledge this truth that I am doing something well, I am doing something good. You can acknowledge, and you do not have to prove yourselves to others. Stop proving yourselves to others. Stop proving yourselves to your parents, your teachers, people around you. If you feel that you're good enough for something, and if even if someone else do not, it is okay. You do not have to prove someone else how well you do something. You do not have to prove every single person on this earth that you're good enough. You do not have to do that. You could be good enough, and if you believe in that, you acknowledge that, and you accept that, that is more than enough. So the more you trust yourself, the more you get out of the imposter syndrome. And that is it. That is literally it. You are not an imposter. You are not a fraud. You just lack self trust. And the more you start trusting yourself, your body, your mind, your nervous system, and you start bringing that into you, the more you would feel you come into alignment with yourself. So that is it for today. See you again. Bye.